Haney versus Rolly. You like Haney in the fight.
Yes.
Easier fight than the Brian Norman for Devin.
I don't like to call fights easy because they might be made to look easy, but you got to go through a lot to get to a fight at that level. I'm sure Haney had a hard camp with Brian Norman. Brian Norman's a formidable opponent. I'm not gonna say easy because Rolly got little things that he does that throws guys off, and he's a guy that's been in the ring with a lot of these guys in sparring. So he kind of knows them and he's strong. So I won't say easy, but I just think that Devin is so alert. He's a very alert fighter. It's hard to do certain things to him because he doesn't allow you to just clip him with a kill shot. Lomachenko hit him probably with some big shots, but Lomachenko's super sharp and he's a smaller guy, so he's a little quicker. But Devin is alert, man. He's not gonna get hit with certain things. His jab is elite, his feet is elite. He's not slick like Shakur, but he's alert. You just can't hit him with what you want to hit him with. And he's long. So I think his jab and his IQ will probably be a lot for Rolly. But we gotta see it because Rolly was outboxing Tank. He outboxed Ryan. He's an interesting guy. I mean, he has unorthodox kind of like quickness, and he's just an interesting guy. Uh I like Devin though. I say Devin probably by decision.
By decision. Yeah.
Mhm.
And now Ryan Garcia has put out statements that he was trying to get the Shakur Stevenson fight. That seems like they couldn't get the weight situation right. And I guess the Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia fights not necessarily happen right away due to obviously, this testing and maybe it's just promotion, whatever the case may be, timing, right? But
Mhm.
now Ryan Garcia is saying he was going to put his attention to Teofimo Lopez. He feels like, and Teo has stated that he is going to be moving up. So I mean, what do you think about, Ryan Garcia, fighting Teofimo Lopez?
I like that fight. I like that fight. I like it. You asking me for a winner, I probably need more time to think about it.
Yeah.
I, I can't really tell you right now who I think will win that one. That's a tough fight. The call. But I don't know where Teofimo Lopez is going to be. And Ryan Garcia was able to do certain things to Mario Barrios that he won't be able to do to Teofimo Lopez. So I got to see. I got to think about that one a little bit.
Freddie, thank you for the 5 piece. The guy Karen can fight. People don't understand. I hope Karen fights Rohan Polanco next. I like that fight.
You know what's funny, man? I'm gonna tell you something that's funny. I always wondered about this, bro. Well, I'm about to tell you. Karen gave Boots a tough fight, right?
Yeah.
Usually, when a guy give a top fighter a tough fight, everybody else run to fight him to see how they would fare against him.
Yeah.
No, nobody ran to fight Karen. None of the young prospects, nobody did. So I noticed that. I said, well, I know why nobody went after Karen to see if they could outperform Boots versus that. You ever see that? Like a
Yeah.
guy has a tough fight, and then somebody else say, okay, I'll fight him.
It always happens all the time.
Mhm.
That's boxing.
But with Karen, did you notice nobody did it?
No, he needs to
Think
be
about it.
ranked all the way to the top just to get
Yes,
another shot.
nobody said, I'll fight him. I'm not scared of him. I'll fight him. Nobody said that. So that it made me say to myself, this guy has some serious pedigree. This guy is good because nobody came back to fight him. It was a weird thing. Just think about what I'm saying. No top guy, no prospect, not even a matchmaker or like a or like a good promoter put none of the young guys in with him.
Yeah.
So it always made me wonder, you know what? That guy must be a little bit better than people ever gave him credit for because nobody wanted to piggyback the win. I'm gonna give you a good example, right? Did you see
Majimov.
Madrimov is one, but I'll give you a better example than that. Xander. The dude beat Charles Conwell, and Xander said, okay, I'll fight him and I'll outdo Conwell. And he did it. And he outperformed. I think Moses and Itauma is the real deal. I think whoever fights him is gonna have to deal with a guy who can hit you with his best punch. I know a lot of guys that can punch, but they can't hit you with their best punch. He hits you with a kill shot. He's super sharp. He got super sharp hand-eye coordination. It takes a lot to hit a guy with a kill shot. You know what I'm saying? We see guys all the time that can hit hard, but they can't hit you on the point of the chin or your temples. He's super accurate. He hit you right on the port of your chin with his uppercuts and his straight shots, or hit you right on your temples with his hooks. He's found his groove. I know people may think he's young, but these guys reach their physical prime a lot earlier than anybody want to give him credit for. I think he's ready to fight anybody right now. I do. I think he's the real deal.
Even the top guys, even Usyk.
Even Usyk.
Mm. Tell me, what is his advantages in the Usyk fight, and what is his biggest disadvantages on the Usyk fight?
I'm gonna tell you something. It takes a lot out of a guy to have to keep getting up for big fights over and over and over again. Usyk is about 37, 38 years old. He's had a long, extensive amateur career. Bro, his advantage is common sense. It's wear and tear. Think of how many more punches that Usyk then took in his life than what Itauma then took in his life. Where everybody, kind of like overlooks that, man. That's wear and tear. That's just punishment. That's just your brain and your organs and all of the camps and all of the sparring and all that kind of stuff. Usyk old enough to be his father.
Mm.
He
Okay.
he just is. He's old enough to be his father. And uh he's a dangerous dude, man. Him, Kabayel, and Usyk, to me, they're the three best heavyweights in the world. They got to fight to figure it out. I'm not going to just say that, Usyk obviously had the better career and he's obviously the more highly regarded fighter, but that doesn't mean he can beat them if they fight.
Yeah.
And I got to see it. You know what I'm saying? I just have to see. I like Tom, and I'm not even saying I will pick him to beat Usyk. I think Usyk is a special fighter, but I heard Usyk say the other day, he's too young. He doesn't want to hurt him. Bro, I don't want to hear that. This is boxing. You can't tell me a guy too young that's your number one contender and you don't want to hurt him. Like that's not an excuse not to fight a dude. I can't, as great as of a fighter as Usyk is, I can't buy that excuse.
Right. Right. No, yeah, I hear you on that. That's kind of a crazy excuse to have. You know what I mean? What you
Yeah, and
think that?
the media kind of gives him a pass with that. Like, oh yeah, Usyk, he does deserve an easy fight or two. I'm not saying he doesn't, but you can't say the number one contender and the best challenge you got to your title. I don't want to hurt him because he's too young. I mean, what is this? Is this boxing or is this the Boy Scouts? I don't
You know
get
what it
that.
is too. Also, for me and Miss.
You're in there.
Also, I feel like it's a proving stage right now in the heavyweight division. The heavyweight division, there is no real king. So everybody is still searching around for who's the dominant guy right now. So, a lot of guys are, it's almost that cat and mouse game now. You know what I mean? I want to hold on to mine as long as I can because we really don't know who's the real king of the jungle right now. They still making decisions up there. So, you're gonna get a lot of
Well,
that right now.
hey Zab, Usyk is the king. He beat Fury twice. He beat the Bulls twice, and he beat
Evidently,
Joshua
he don't
twice.
feel like that. If he talking on the young boy shit, you know what I mean? Evidently,
Yeah.
he don't feel like that, or he don't want to step into certain realms because he possibly know what could possibly happen. When you the king, when Mike was there, it was no explanation of who was the dog. That's it. It was no explanation. It
Listen,
was one
I
dog.
agree. I agree with you 100%. I never heard of nothing like that before. Like remember Lennox Lewis when he fought David Tua and Michael Grant towards the end of his career. They was young up and coming dudes and they was number one contenders and he fought them. Imagine him saying, "No, I don't want to hurt you, man, because you're too young." I don't get that part. I don't. Or what if What if when you was coming up, Zab, one of the older, okay, Costa is new, like, no, I'm not gonna fight you because you too young. That's not. I don't understand a fighter that says that.
Hold on. I got a real one for you. I fought Danny Garcia. He was 10 years younger than me. I tried to kill
No
that
doubt.
motherfucker.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yes,
saying?
yes. I don't. I don't.
You know what I mean?
I don't. I don't understand how the media allows that and says like if you're not gonna fight him, that's fine. You towards the end of your career, you don't want to fight him. I get that part, but he's too young, and I don't want to hurt him.
But
What?
you gotta remember this. He's a new warrior. See, the old warriors, we had different mentalities. Old warriors is king of the jungle, rulership by any means necessary. Now, the new rulers, they're ruling with a buddy. They got a co-buddy. He's the co-champion down too. I'm the champ, but he's the co-champ. You know what I mean? Like, the shit is different now. They're willing to share the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? They willing to share the crown. They willing to share the throne. You know what I mean? And you know, back in the days, we came from, it's me and me only.
You back, Coach?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. Okay. So yeah, obviously, you know, the heavyweight division, I hear what you're saying. We have Usyk that has proven himself, but in the same time has some wear and tear. And I mean, I've seen a lot of these videos of him helping Anthony Joshua online. He comes back with some of these young hitters, like a Moses. Do you feel like after this fight with the kickboxer, you know, can he get up for those type of fights?
You know, I think that Usyk has two serious contenders: Ajit Kabayel and Moses Itauma. Kabayel actually deserves a title shot more than Itauma does, to be honest. I think that if he's going to continue to fight, he has to give one of those young men a shot.
What about
That's just,
Wardley? We haven't been talking about Wardley.
I think he's third in line.
Because he got a big fight coming up with Dubois. My bad. Was that for the IBF title?
When is that fight? I'm not sure.
I'll go look it up.
I don't even know these guys. Where have I been?
No, heavyweight division is kind of like spinned around a little bit with some of the new names now.
It's changing,
Yeah. But I'll get it.
I feel like I missed the draft, Mills. They got a whole new group of guys in.
Well, like all the top heavyweights are really lately they've been from the UK, right? Right, Brad? I mean, other than Wilder, I mean, Jared Anderson took that big loss.
We haven't had a top heavyweight from the US in a long time.